This news update is brought to you by
It's Thursday, September 11th, and this is the 7 a.m. Barbados Today update. Good morning, I'm Dawn Paris. We get started with news of a major jump start for the economy. 3 multi-million-dollar tourism projects are about to get off the ground in Bridgetown. Finance Minister Chris Sinclair says they include the construction of 2 brand-name hotels.
On the Bay Street corridor, there are likely to be 2 major hotel properties constructed in the next 3 years. And the names are big names, so there's quite a bit of competition that is going to be coming. That's why we need to get on with our efforts to increase the quality of what we have, because you're going to have fairly stiff competition coming. And I know that at least one of those intended arrangements has been closed, and we are now negotiating with the BTI to ensure that we can get that finished and start the construction as soon as the town planner gives his approval.
Sinclair also reveals that the long-mooted marina in the city is now ready to go, and the Four Seasons venture is now firmly in the hands of a private investor. The finance minister also disclosed that a major U.S. operator has expressed interest in the Sam Lords Castle property, and they're expected to tour the site tomorrow. An economist is expecting serious fallout from the near 30% drop in enrollment at the University of the West Indies Cayfield campus due to the introduction of tuition fees. Former president of the Barbados Economic Society, Ryan Strawn, is expecting a rise in unemployment, among other social impacts. He tells Barbados Today, while the government may realize some savings from not having to pay tuition costs for the almost 2,500 fewer students this year, it means people will have less qualifications, and that could lead to companies paying lower wages. At the same time, social activist David Comissiong says reduction in UWI student numbers is a victory for enemies of free education, insisting that the government's decision to discontinue paying tuition fees for students is a backward step. Comissiong tells Barbados Today the Fundle Stewart administration will pay a high price for its error.
The Barbadian people will not accept they will not accept this development. This will be seen as a temporary setback to be rectified as soon as possible. And I would like to inform the current administration that whenever the people get a chance to express their opinion about the record of this administration at the polls in the voting booths at Barbados, that this administration is going to be severely punished.
Meanwhile, at least one financial institution says it has been receiving a steady flow of applications from students for lines of credit. Chief Executive Officer of the City of Bridgetown Credit Union, Steve Bell, reports that the facility has already processed 33 loans and more applications are coming. While he could not say how many applications the union has received in total, Bell noted that about 60% of them had been approved.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
To the region now, the people of Montserrat are at this hour trekking to the polls to vote for a new government. Voters are deciding whether they'll stick with the incumbent Movement for Change and Prosperity, led by Premier Ruben Meade, or opt for the change with the Opposition People's Democratic Movement, headed by Donaldson Romero. The Minority Alliance Party of former Premier Dr. Lower Lewis, as well as a number of independents, are also in the race for seats in the 9-member parliament. Polling stations will close this evening at 6. And to South Africa, it's D-Day for world-famous sprinter Oscar Pistorius. More than a year and a half after he shot his girlfriend Reva Steenkamp, Pistorius, who claims he mistook her for an intruder, is now anxiously awaiting the court's ruling. Legal experts say there are 4 verdicts open to the judge. Pistorius could be found guilty of premeditated murder and be sentenced to life in prison, but he could also be convicted of murder and face 15 years behind bars. The 3rd verdict is culpable homicide, and the judge will determine the punishment in that case. Lastly, he could be cleared of all charges. Well, we'll be watching, and that's where we end our 7 a.m. Barbados Today update. We'll be back again at noon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and our email updates, and of course, like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media, in bus terminals, or on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Don Paris. Have a wonderful day.
This news update is brought to you by